Assalamualaikum and a very good day. I am from Group 3 and we are here to present to you about Annuity.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Miss Anis Nurain. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Anafa binti Sharin. I'll begin my presentation with describing annuity. Annuity is a series of equal payments made at equal intervals of times. Here are some examples of annuities: a regular deposit to a saving account, monthly home mortgage payments, monthly insurance payments, and pension payments. Not just that, short rentals, annual dividends received, and installment payments. Annuities can be classified by the frequency of payment dates. Not just that, annuity also a lump sum payment that people receive every year for the rest of their lives. But initially, the deposit lump sum cannot be withdrawn without penalties. Furthermore, there is a why people use annuity because it is a long-term contract between a purchaser and insurance company that is specifically designed for retirement. The purchaser makes either a single contribution or a series of contributions over time. The insurer is then obligated to make periodic payments to purchaser beginning at the later date, typically when the purchaser retires. In addition, tax deferred growth, you will not pay income tax on annuity earnings until you begin making, withdraw or receiving periodic payments. Contributions are unrestricted. In general, regardless of your income levels or sources of income, there is no limit to the amount of after-tax money you can invest into an annuity. Moreover, several choice of investment options such as stock, bonds, and money market instruments. Besides, it also have death benefits just in case if you die before the withdrawal begins, it does not have to pass through probate.
I'll be presenting about the company background. So, the company we chose for this assignment is PTPTN. PTPTN is also known as Pembadanan Tabung Pendidikan Tinggi Nasional. It is the government agency that is in charge for providing student loans to qualifying Malaysian students who are pursuing third-year education. For those who don't know, third-year education is any education you pursue after high school. So, PTPTN was established in 1997 and was founded under the National Higher Education Act in 1997. PTPTN subsequently gets its fund by borrowing from banks and also any financial markets. The primary goal for PTPTN is to give student loans to qualifying Malaysian students and to also manage their higher education funds. PTPTN also covers many courses. However, PTPTN does not cover pre-university courses like matriculation or A-levels. And according to PTPTN, the amount given is based on 3 categories which you can refer to the table I attached. Next, the maximum amount also depends on the course you take and where you enroll in. For example, student A that studies pharmacy at an IPTS obviously has a different maximum amount compared to student B that studies education at an IPTA. And for those of you who want to know, only first-class honor students from M40 and B40 families are eligible for the PTPTN remission.
Hello, I'm Safa. So next is I'll be talking about 1.3 company program description. For the company program description, they have like 2 program description, like for full-time studies and for part-time studies. So for full-time study, as you can see here, the table, there must be a condition, which is the applicants must be a Malaysian citizen. At the time of application, age must be below 45 years old and achieve SPM or UAC or O-level qualification. And the last one is enroll in an accredited program of study that is approved by MOE and MQA. For the part-time study, there's also that table. So the condition is also must be a Malaysian citizen. At the time of application, age must be below 45 years old, as well as achieve SPM or UEC or O-level qualification. And the last one, enroll in an accredited program of study that is approved by MOE and MQA.
Exploring annuity in real life. Alright, so annuities are usually used to supplement traditional retirement income sources like pension programs. However, what you don't know is that you don't have to pay income taxes on your annuity earnings until you start making withdrawals from your savings account, because annuity could be defined as regular deposits into a savings account. And examples of annuities are like mortgage payments or any insurance payments that you do monthly.
To apply annuity formula for the chosen problem, the present value of an annuity refers to the current value of future annuity payments based on specified interest rate. The higher the discount rate, the lower the annuity's present value. Here's the formulas, and A stands for present value of annuity, R periodic payments, I K over M, and for N, MT, and I is interest amount. Next, for the future value, the future value of an annuity is the cost of an installment of recurring payments at a specified future date, assuming a certain rate of return, also known as a discount rate. The higher the discount rate, the higher future value of annuity. The formula is quite the same. The difference is S is future value.
Okay, the last one is to calculate the amortization schedule of the problem. The amortization schedule is a table which have a detail of the payment on an amortizing loan. The schedule have a differentiate of the payment belongs to the interest expenses.
Alright, so for the problem description, Jackson took a loan of 40,000 ringgit from PTPTN that charges 1% interest rate per annum, and the loan needs to be settled in 15 years by monthly installments. So for the first question is to calculate the monthly installments. The second question is, if Jackson missed his first 5 monthly payment, how much should he pay on his 6th installment to keep his payment to date? The last question is, immediately after paying for 14 years, Jackson wanted to settle his full loan. Calculate the amount to be paid.
So for data collectors, since Jackson took a loan for RM 40,000 ringgit from PTPTN, that will be A as the present value of annuity, and K is 1% because PTPTN charged 1% interest per annum, and M is 12 because monthly, T is 15 years, I is K over M, 0.01 over 12, and N equal to MT, that will be 12 times 15, and that will be 180.
Okay, so the chapter 3, result and interpretation. To find the monthly payment, we can use the present value, and then we can put the information were given, and then just follow the formula, and then we can get the answer. Okay, after that, we can also find the interest paid for the loan. So for interest paid, we can use the formula I equal to R multiple N minus A. So we can get the total paid for the loan. Okay. So for the late payment, we use the future value formula. After that, we just put the information, and then we can get the total he should pay from the first he should pay, and then until the late payment. Okay, for the yearly payment, we use the present value formula. In present value formula, we put the total month that he should pay, and then minus with the month that he finish pay. After that, we can calculate it from the question that were given. Okay, so this is amortization schedule. In this amortization schedule, it have a period, beginning balance, ending balance, total paid, monthly payment, total principal, and also total interest.
Okay, so for the chapter 4 is conclusion. So for the conclusion, the National Higher Education Fund Corporation, PTPTN, is well known by Malaysians as a method to save even more money if you have enrolled in a public university, which has already some of the world's lowest tuition fees. So PTPTN also distribute and manage funding for Malaysians to pursue private tertiary education. It's one of Malaysian popular student loans, and it's also one of the simplest to apply for. So any applicants won't have to pay income tax, their annuity earnings until they start taking withdrawals or getting periodic payment. Annuities can be classified by the frequency of payment dates. So in addition, for the amortization schedule is a table that shows the details of each payments. The interest part of the payment is used to determine the principal balance, while the remainder is to utilize to calculate the principal balance. The schedule will differentiate the amount of the payment that goes toward interest expenses from the part that goes toward closing the gap between the discount or premium and the principal. As for Jackson, he borrowed 40,000 ringgit and he need to pay 239 ringgit 40 cents monthly for 15 years. Next is, if when Jackson missed the 5 monthly payment, the amount he should pay on the 6th installment to keep his payment up to date is 1,439 ringgit 40 cents. Lastly, immediately after paying for 14 years, Jackson wanted to settle his full loan. The remaining amount he need to pay only 2,857 ringgit 30 cents. And that's all for us. Thank you.